Today, we're talking about some bittersweet news that's rocked the AFL community. Willie Rioli, the star forward for the West Coast Eagles, has announced his retirement from the game at the end of the 2025 season. This guy's been a fan favorite, a Premiership hero, and a real fighter through some tough times, so let's take a moment to celebrate his career, break down the announcement, and look at what's next for him. Grab a beer or a coffee, get comfy, and let's unpack this, because Willie's story is one for the ages. It's emotional, it's inspiring, and it's got me reflecting on what makes footy so special. Alright, let's jump in. First off, for those who might not be deep into AFL or just catching up, who is Willie Rioli? Born on June 4, 1995, in Tiwi Islands, Northern Territory, Willie comes from a footy dynasty. His uncle is Cyril Rioli, the Hawthorn legend with 4 premierships, and his dad, Willie Rioli Sr., played for South Fremantle. Willie grew up in Darwin, honing his skills in the NTFL with St. Mary's, where he won a premiership in 2015-16. He was drafted by West Coast in the 2016 rookie draft at pick 52, and from there, he made his mark as a clever small forward with silky skills, deadly accuracy, and that trademark cheeky grin. He debuted in 2018, kicking 3 goals against the Bulldogs, and quickly became a key part of the Eagles' attack. That year, he played in the grand final against Collingwood, booting 2 goals in the dying minutes to help secure West Coast's 4th premiership. What a way to start your career, Premiership hero at 23. But Willie's journey hasn't been all highs. In 2019, he faced a massive setback when he was provisionally suspended by ASADA for an anti-doping violation involving a urine substitution during a test. It was a tough blow. He missed the entire 2020 season and part of 2021, serving a 2-year ban. Willie was open about how devastating it was, battling mental health issues and even contemplating walking away from the game. In interviews with the West Australian and AFL.com.au, he talked about the isolation, the shame, and how he leaned on his family and culture to get through it. He returned in round 3 of 2021 against Port Adelaide, and man, what a comeback, kicking goals and showing that flair we all love. Over his career, he's played 51 games for West Coast, booting 60 goals, but those numbers don't capture his impact. He's a pressure king, with elite tackling inside 50, and his ability to create something out of nothing has won games for the Eagles. Fast forward to August 24, 2025, when Willie dropped the bombshell. In a heartfelt press conference at Optus Stadium, flanked by West Coast CEO Trevor Nisbet and coach Adam Simpson, Willie announced he's hanging up the boots at the end of the season. "It's been an incredible ride, but it's time to move on," he said, choking up a bit. "Footy's given me everything, friends, family moments, and that premiership in 2018 I'll never forget. But my body's telling me it's time, and I want to go out on my terms." AFL.com.au reported that Willie's been battling nagging injuries this year, a hamstring tear in round 5 that sidelined him for 6 weeks, and ongoing knee issues that limited his output. In 2025, he's played 15 games, kicking 22 goals, but it's clear the toll of the game, plus his past suspension, has worn him down. He's only 30, but as he put it, "I've lived a lifetime in footy already." The timing's interesting too. West Coast has had a rough 2025 season, sitting near the bottom of the ladder with just 5 wins so far, and Willie's been a bright spot in a tough year. His retirement comes as the Eagles rebuild, with young guns like Harley Reid and Ruben Jinbei stepping up. Simpson praised him, saying, "Willie's a warrior. He's overcome more than most, and his legacy here is secure." Fans flooded social media with tributes. On X, #ThanksWillie trended, with posts like @EaglesFanatic saying, "Rioli, you legend. That grand final magic will live forever." Even rivals showed love. Collingwood's Scott Pendlebury tweeted, "Congrats on a great career, Willie. Tough opponent, class act." But not everyone's happy. Some Eagle supporters are gutted, with Reddit threads on r/AFL full of comments like, "We needed him for the rebuild. Why now?" Let's zoom out on Willie's impact beyond the field. As a proud Tiwi Islander, he's been a role model for Indigenous players, carrying on the Rioli family legacy. He's spoken openly about mental health, partnering with Beyond Blue after his ban, and in a 2023 interview with The Age, he said, "If my story helps one kid get through a tough time, it's worth it." Off the field, he's a family man, dad to 2 young kids with his partner Shannon Rioli, and he's hinted at coaching or media work post-retirement. Fox Footy speculates he could join the Eagles' development staff, mentoring young Indigenous talent. And let's not forget his flair, those cheeky celebrations, the dance moves after goals. He brought joy to the game in a way few do. This retirement also shines a light on the changing AFL landscape. With stars like Lance Franklin and Patrick Dangerfield calling it quits in recent years, Willie's exit marks the end of an era for small forwards who play with pure instinct. His stats might not scream Hall of Fame, 51 games, 60 goals, but his premiership heroics and resilience do. As Harold's son put it, Rioli didn't just play footy, he lived it. Fans are already planning tributes for his final games. West Coast has 3 left in the season, including a showdown against Fremantle in the Western Derby. Expect banners, chants, and maybe even a lap of honor. Wrapping this up, Willie Rioli's retirement is a reminder of how fleeting footy careers can be, but also how impactful one player can be. From Tiwi Islands to Premiership glory, through bans and battles, he's left his mark. What a ride. What do you think, guys? Is Willie underrated? What's your favorite Rioli moment? And where do the Eagles go from here? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get the convo going. If you enjoyed this deep dive, give it a thumbs up, share it with your footy mates, and check out our other AFL videos for more breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.